Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is indeed the Virtual Touring Car Cup Season number 1, Round number 8, the grand finale here at the home of British motorsport. It is, of course, Silverstone. My name is Chris Buxton and I'll be your commentator throughout this evening's race. We are heading to the track where apparently we are having the qualifying in the fog. Interesting. Also, it's a shortened version of Silverstone. We're not using the full layout for this race. It's going to be the international layout. So without further ado, let's head to trackside. And I'm going to be in for a bit of a tough time. Why? Let's get rid of that. That's what I can see. This will be interesting. Now, this is based upon what the weather was today at the time of broadcast, the 16th of August. So apparently we've got rain coming up. So I'm very glad I have got, certainly in these conditions, I'm very glad I have the name of the person I'm staring at the top of the screen. Oh, goodness me. Right. Never mind. Let's move on. Right. 19 drivers join us for this evening's race. And as has dawned on me that I haven't gone through the championship connotations. Let's have a quick look at the slideshow before we do, because there's some interesting things to point out. The format is exactly as is normal. 15-minute qualifying between rounds 1 and 3. 4 rounds 1 and 3. 3 15-minute races. Results from all 3 determine an overall event standings. Championship points awarded on those event standings, and bonus point for race 1 pole and overall fastest lap. Now then, the Pro Championship has long since been tied up by Mr. Jameson, who is with us today, but joint for second and for fourth in the pros between Carl Benson and Andrew Gillone, and Toby Owen and Gary Cooper respectively. Jay Daniels, Brendan Van Heeden, Alex Rhodes, Miles Dixon and Aaron Large. I think all of them, not 100% sure about Brendan, I think most of them are with us today. AM Championship, very much alive. Just 2 points separates Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan. So I will be paying attention to that particular battle as well. Matt Webb, Mark Holmes, David Garside round out the top 5. And then we have Kev Straw, Adam Davies, Simon Williams, Sean Morton and Adam Bent rounding out the rest of the positions. Spotter guide hasn't really changed since the revision of the liveries in the middle of the season. Feature drivers, as much as we will be getting some information about Aaron Large in a little while, Matt Charrington I don't believe is with us. Jack Dan definitely isn't with us, and Matt Webb is, but I haven't got any details on Matt. There was the calendar, there is the calendar at least, as we are finishing here at the wonderful and very foggy Silverstone. Those looking to get involved, we are planning a second season. Even though Project Cars 3 is being released in a couple of weeks' time, the second season will be on Project Cars 2. That has been confirmed. And he's going to be running default setups only. So those that are less familiar with setting up the cars and what have you, it is default setups. It's still going to be running at Sunday nights at 8 PM from the 1st of November. That's when the next season of the VTCC will be underway. So if you wanted to get involved, head over to Instagram, head over to Facebook, and make yourselves known. Right. So the championship, how close the AM Championship is in particular is all what I wanted to highlight. But let's have a look at who has qualified where so far. Miles Dixon at the top of the tree at the moment with a 108.274. Looks like the fog is beginning to clear. The Jameson. The Alex Jameson. Currently second with a 109.0. Now it's a much shorter version. Oh, that looks like Carl Benson just behind him. I haven't a clue who's already ahead of us now. So there went the idea of the fog getting any lighter. Hello to those in the chat. One of them is Gillone, who's actually on track somewhere. Hello, David Garside. Yes, we did hear that you weren't joining us. But we do have 2 new drivers with us tonight. One of them is JMR, which is Jake Mays, who I have commented on before. We did a 1 hour of Silverstone race a month or so before the VTCC began, and it was Jake Mays and Alex Jameson were fighting for most of that race. So I really look forward to seeing what Jake has in store. Oh, and Jameson's got to the top of the tree with a 108.2, 13 thousandths ahead of Miles Dixon. Hello, Bugsby. Hello to you. Glad you're always welcome. Carl Benson within a never mind. Ah, there's Brendan. I did wonder whether he was with us, and there he is, Brendan Van Heeden. And, oh, the fog has lifted. Excellent. The fog has definitely disappeared. Mad Webb, he is with us. Mazda Ron, Aaron Large, we will be going through the details he's given me. He's given me quite a decent amount of information to talk about. Mr. Fishwick, hello Colin Dunn. We will definitely be watching your battle with Chris Callahan for the AM Championship decider. Gary Cooper, looks like he's just leaving the pits. Yes, he is. He's a very distinctive red Renault. Alex Rhodes, our graphics god, in 12th position at the moment. There is Chris Callahan. So again, his duel with Colin Dunn. Whoops, a bit of a lock-up coming into, that looks like Vale. And I must admit, I need to pay attention as to where, I'm not 100% sure where the track detracts from. I have a feeling we're coming into, I think they just bypass the Wellington Straight. Yes, they do. And they rejoin after Maggins and Beckett's. That's what's different. So if I bring up the map, that's what the map looks like. So you can see the section of the circuit that's bypassed for this race. Even though, ironically, we did Spa. Well, there is no shorter version of Spa 2-2, admittedly. But we're doing a short version of Silverstone. Thank you very much, McCurry Williams. Oh, he's ghosted because someone is trying to drive through his car. Mark Holmes is with us in the Astra. Kev Straw, he's out there somewhere. There he is in the Mercedes. Nick Bailey, the Scuzzle, is with us again. Simon Williams, yet to get a representative time on the board. And Sean Morton. Oh, someone disappeared from view there. Hasn't come out of the pit yet. What's the ratio of IRL drivers to sim? It's roughly half and half. Someone is having a real connection issue. Someone is joining and disconnecting. It was half and half towards the beginning. I think there's a few more sim races than club races, but there are certainly a healthy representation of the club racing side. Let me just double check my notes here, as I need to be talking about Mr. Mazda Ron, as he calls himself. There he is, Aaron Large. Let's bring up the information he has sent me earlier today. So, whoa, steady. Yeah, the tail of that BMW absolutely wagging. Oh, there's Colin getting out of the way. Nicely done. So, in the what I affectionately refer to as the banana split livery BMW, I asked Aaron for just any racing achievements he would want known, as is the normal way of the featured drivers. Sadly, no racing background at all, as funds have never really been allowed, and he hides for cover. It doesn't follow any particular motorsport to even know where to start. Well, fair enough. It's Jay Daniels that's having connection issues. I've just seen his name pop up on the list again. We do hope we don't have a lagging Jay Daniels, as we had last week in Bonneau. Anyway, back to Aaron's. Oh, someone parked on the inside of the cut through there. Okay, so Aaron's details. Since owning my Mazda MX-5 for 10 years now, I've been driving it to and from track day events and drift day events all over the UK, with 2 amazing trips to the Nürburgring. Nice. The first trip actually being my first ever time on track. The only real venture into grassroots events was some auto solos for Bridgend Automobile Club. Oh, you've seen the Southwest, same as I am. When I first got into the car, never making it to all events, but enough to still do fairly well in a standard car. This built up confidence in the car and a huge appreciation for car control. That's something you develop with a BMW, as you just see him really sliding around Vale there. Or Vale and Club, I should say. Since he's been mainly at home on my local track of Castle Combe, that's only about 40 minutes from where I live, so he's definitely in the southwest then. Where I still to this day haven't set a decent lap time and can't believe I have not been banned for my obligatory oversteer around Quarry Corner that the car is infamously known for. Surely that level of oversteer is mandatory as opposed to frowned upon. I've won a couple of charity auto solos at Castle Combe over the years against some very fast cars, and been asked a few times by the guys at Bristol Motor Club to join them for the MX-5 Challenge Sprint Series. However, thanks to Nick Bailey's tuning help at Scuzzle Motorsport, I've ended up with an MX-5 that's making just enough power to push me into the 2 litre plus group, where the car itself would just not be competitive. Whoops. This has led me back into sim racing since buying an Oculus Rift VR. Nice. Headset, I've been hooked on driving cars. I could only dream of driving and not having to get the spanners out to fix it afterwards. Although I spent enough time doing that virtually as well. Excellent. Thank you very much for that information, Aaron Large. Right then, let's have a look at where we stand with just over 5 minutes to go. And Brendan Van Heeden on the top spot with a 107.7. Oh my goodness me. 0.4 of a second on a sub 110 lap is a huge gap. And it is... Wow, Toby Owen in second place with a 108.1. Try again, 108.194. Nicely done. Gillone. Well. The rear-wheel drive car's not having it all their own way. With Andrew Gillone in third. Alex Jameson in fourth. We've just started a lap, so let's follow Alex through the lap as short as it. As short as it is, I'm tripping over all my own words. It's not like I need to speak properly as a commentator at all. So now we just come out of the cut through, what I will refer to as the cut through. We come out at Chapel, so we're now on the Hangar Straight. So it really is a very short lap. And in fun fact, my one and only sim racing win came at this version of this track. So it is a track I hold very dear. I'm biased, it's Silverstone of course, but for that extra bonus reason, I love it even more. Right, heavy on the brakes. Vale and Club now doth greet Alex Jameson. Ooh, steady. Nice slide through Vale and Club. Does Alex improve? He does not. Well... Now, we know Alex wasn't with us last week. I'm giving it plenty of sideways again. BMW starts are unstoppable, says Brendan Van Heeden. Ooh, Aaron Large. Nicely done. A 108.235. 4 thousandths of a second separating himself and Andrew Gillone. Nicely done. Awaiting a time from McRae Williams. The only. Oh, we have 21 on the board. We've been joined by another. Who have we been joined by? I've got no hope of figuring out who's joined us. Oh, a second newcomer, yes. Where is he? I can't find him. JMR, we know that's Jake Mays. Where is he? He should be your other newcomer, but I can't find him in the list. Oh, for a while. Our feature driver, Aaron Large, was near the top of the tree. Oh, Gillone. He has improved, and so has Jameson. Now we're starting to get the times roll in. My. Oh, that's the only way to drive it. It looks out of control, verti commas, from the outset. But it's the only way to drive the BMW. Oh, Nick Bailey! He's not ghosting. He's being pushed by the Gillone. Oh, and Nick bails on that one. 10 hundredths of a second. Well, sorry, 1 hundredth of a second. 10 hundredths, that's a tenth. Goodness me. 1 hundredth of a second separating Alex Jameson and Brendan Van Heeden. Wow. Goodness me, that is incredibly close. And McRae has got a time on the board of 1:10.2. Where are our AM contingent? Where is the Fishwick? There he is in 12th with a 109.639. Does he improve? 1.5 minutes remaining. You are correct, Bugsby. It is the international version of Silverstone. So there's Dunn. Where's Callahan? There he is. So there's 5 positions between them, although Chris is just about to come over the line. Does he improve? 1:10.316. No, he does not. And there's a bounce. Oh, that is... And it's such a short lap, that is quite a big gap. Oh, that's Jay Daniels. So he's still lagging around everywhere. Well, that's confidence, Mr. Gummy Bear, Brendan Van Heeden. Who can I pay off to hold the BMW's back, says Brendan Van Heeden. Oh, wow. Jameson really putting the heat into his tyres for what will be his final run. Where's Gillone? Looks like that's Farman Village. So turns 1, 2, and 3 being chased by the Scuzzle by Nick Bailey. Down to the cut through. Also, fun fact, it was in that car, it was in the BMW 320 that I actually won that particular race in. Long time ago. It was in Project Cars 1. And I did that. That's, again, why it's one of my favourite cars. Oh, that's someone off into the background. I couldn't quite tell who. Well, Mark Holmes, it was someone. I don't think it was him I just saw. It was certainly him that went for a bit of a wander. There's Jameson. There's Gillone. Miles Dixon, nicely done. A 108.0 on the board. Well, that Renault bouncing around everywhere. Checker flag is out. Does Gillone improve? 107.865, just 700ths of a second is all he needs to find to get the top spot, and no improvement from Gillone. Does the Scuzzle improve? 109.648 remains his time in 13th place. Jameson still going, using every available inch of track. Sweeping through the last turn. Does he improve? 107.808. Just 100ths off the top spot. Does he improve? He does not. He has been beaten to the pole by Brendan Van Heeden. Gary Cooper, where are you? You are coming through Stowe. So you're coming to the end of your lap with, I think that's Chris Callahan already ahead of you. It is. It's only taken me to the end of the season to recognise everybody's cars. Where's Mr. Fishwick? He's just crossed the line, so 12th with a 109.5 for him. What about Callahan? 110.316 for the Championship protagonist. An improvement to 110.021. Does not improve. Well, okay, he did improve in position, but not quite to where Colin Dunn is. So it's Brendan Van Heeden and Alex Jameson. Once again, those two on the front row, but the other way round to where we're used to seeing them. So the South Africans once again dominating the day. Then it is Andrew Gillone and Miles Dixon, row 2. Ah, there he is, Roy G. That's our other fellow newcomer. Apologies there, Roy. I didn't see you. I knew you were there somewhere, but I couldn't find you. 108.0. What a way to tow the water. Like we had last week. We had a newcomer join us last week to tow the water for Season 2. Roy G is doing exactly the same, along with Jake Mays. Toby Owen in 6th position. Gary Cooper and Brett. Wow, goodness me. Carl Benson in 8th position on row 4. Well, we're not used to seeing you there. Then it's Jake Mays and Aaron Large on row 5. Matt Webb and Colin Dunn, row 6. Nick Bailey and Alex Rhodes, row 7. Chris Callahan and Mark Holmes, row 8. McCrae Williams and Jay Daniels, row 9. Kev Straw and Sean Morty, row 10. And Simon. That was the car I saw wandering off into the dust. Simon Williams at the back of the field. This is taking a while to progress. Do we have a problem? I don't know. At this stage, I'm just going to see if I've been informed of anything. I have not been told of any particular issue. Could be someone having a bit of a connection problem. It could be that the lobby host has not hit the button to progress. We will see. If it waits too long, I will ask the lobby host what is going on. So then, still lots of positions to decide. The AM Championship between Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan to decide. Oh, we've moved on, and all 21 drivers have made it. Always a good start. I may well need to drink quite a bit. I have a feeling I will be doing a lot of shouting. Rumour has it there's going to be rain in the race. Let's have a look. What is it like skywards? Oh, that's very, very cloudy. Now, that in itself doesn't guarantee rain. However, you can quite clearly see it's not raining now. If it starts to rain, they're going to have to pit for wets. Oh, dear. We haven't done pit stops as a regular in this series. Oh, my. I'm probably looking forward to that aspect more than our drivers are. Right then, so just a minute to go for everybody to load in their race setups, make any what is this cameraman doing? He's wandering all over the place. So less than a minute now for our drivers to load in their race setups, make any changes they're allowed to do, being that this season was open setups as mentioned earlier. Season 2 will be fixed setups, so we'll be starting on the 1st of November. head over to Facebook, look up VTCC, the Virtual Touring Car Cup, and state your intent to join in if you are interested in doing so. Quite a few people already looking to get involved in season number 2. There is Gillone. Well, Miles Dixon, what a cracking effort from Miles as well. That's a great qualifying from Miles Dixon. Why is his cameraman I mean, maybe he has a thing for Audi R8s in the background. Seriously, cameraman? You're still not even looking in the right place, right? Never mind. Right, then. For the final... Well, we've got 3 races tonight, so not quite the final time, but it's time to wind them up and let them go! Who is going to have the... Oh, that's a very steady start for Dixon, and a terrible start for Van Heiden. And for once, Jameson isn't bogged down by his usual start line antics. We've lost one already. Oh my goodness, we're already down to 20 drivers. Not sure who it is we've lost. It's Simon Williams that we've lost. Here we go then, 3 cars into the first turn. Looks like everybody's made it okay. Oh no! Commentator's curse. That's Alex Rhodes off the road. Oh my goodness me. That's already trouble in the opening lap. But here we go on lots of cones going off everywhere. In the background, here comes Gillone trying to make a move on Alex Jameson with Brendan Van Heiden in hot pursuit. Right behind them, you've got Miles Dixon and Jake Mays, newcomer to the season. Sweeping through. Oh, it's a cut. It's a cut back for Gillone. Can he make it stick? Not quite. Jameson gets the pace he needs. Well, last time I commentated on these BMWs at Silverstone with Mr. Jameson, it was him and Jake Mays lap after lap after lap. But no such luck for Jake Mays at the moment. Look at this. Well, there was Nick Bailey. It wasn't quite who I was aiming for. That's the view from Tobio in the top 6, only a couple of seconds apart. And he is hanging on to the back of Jake Mays. Look at the pack behind Nick Bailey. Right with him is Carl Benson. Oh, did he? Oh, he did. I think he... Oh, no, huge incident there. Ping-ponging off of each other. That's... well, in amongst that was Aaron Large. Goodness me, Jay Daniels and Alex Rhodes have made it into the pits. My goodness. It's one of these things where we don't know where to look. Whoa, there is Brendan Van Heiden. Again, I did say we would keep an eye on the... Oh my goodness! Speaking of the AM battle, Colin Dunn is down to 17th position. Callahan is up to 13th. That's going to have huge connotations for the AM championship battle. Up front though, Jameson. Oh, it's Brendan Van Heiden has taken 2nd position from Andrew Gillone. Nicely done. Right behind them, Miles Dixon, Jake Mays and Toby Owen. Aaron Large with that those incidents that were going on last time around. Aaron Large now leads this particular battle very sideways. Nick Bailey rubbing doors with Carl Benson. Oh, shoves Carl Benson off the road. Goodness me, right behind them, newcomer Roy is in 10th position. Not a bad start. It's a little bit lower than his qualifying. Dives on the inside of turn 2. Has he got that position from Carl Benson? He's side by side with him. Who's going to win out into the first heavy braking zone, which is Village, and oh wow, he's actually nailed. My goodness, jumps through into 8th position, gets ahead of the Scuzzle. Impressive. Oh, there's a flying cone, and that's Alex Rhodes that is going to have a whole heap of company very, very quickly. As Jameson is doing what he can to fight off Brendan Van Heiden. Look behind him, Jake Mays has gone up into 4th position. He's ahead of Miles Dixon. He wants to get involved in that lead battle. That's Gillone, who's predictably sideways as he tends to drive these BMWs. But he has fallen a little bit off the back of the lead battle. Oh, Alex Rhodes, you're going to be in for a whole world of company very, very quickly. But again, it's Van Heiden and Jameson, the titans of the series, fighting hard. It's just such a shame that Brendan Van Heiden has such bad luck towards the beginning of the series. A great shame indeed. Jake Mays, he's broken free. Well, has he? No, because Miles Dixon is still in his tyre tracks. Oh, right up ahead. That is Brendan and Jameson still side by side. Amazing stuff. A little bit further back, newcomer Roy G has now gotten into that 7th position ahead. Oh, sliding waves from Aaron Large. Then Nick Bailey right behind him. Is very surprising that to see Carl Benson, who's won a race in this season, down in 10th. Very, very surprising as Aaron Large has got that wrong. And the rain is coming. Oh no, it's raining. If you get on the cockpit cam, oh, you can't see it on the windscreen. We definitely. There it is. Oh no, that's the last thing these guys needed. And because it's now got slippery, Gillone is now up into the lead. Jake Mays is now right in the tyre tracks. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely everywhere. I know how hard these things are to drive, and the best of times are alone in the wet, well, on a slippery track and with slicks on. Oh my days. This is anything but decided. And all three races have the potential of generating the same weather. Oh, look at the fight that Carl Benson's got himself with. Oh, that's with newcomer who's got a big tank slapper on. There was impact between the two, but they have kept going. And there's Nick Bailey ahead of all of them. Wow, part of the waves, Aaron Large, why don't you? Yings it into Village. And look at the spray coming off the cars. Surely they're going to be coming in for tyres. But look at the amount of penalties we've got. 1 for Gillone, 2 for Jameson, 1 for Nick Bailey, 1 for Carl Benson. Lots of penalties going on. Oh my goodness, Andrew Gillone! How sideways was that? Absolutely fantastic. He's not pitting. Oh my goodness me, that's... Oh no! With impact between Jameson and Brendan Van Heen, and Brendan's gone round. Oh my goodness, he's Gillone going to try and do this race on dries. Surely he can't get the whole way. But now people coming in. We've got Miles Dixon and Alex Jameson in the pits. We've seen a couple of people coming in already. Toby Owen has chosen to continue. That was Alex Rhodes we just saw at the top of the shot. There's Bailey, who is, a lot of people opting to continue as well. Carl Benson's come in. I thought more people would be in than that. Well, a lot of people have come in. There's Colin Dunn. He's gotten ahead of Callahan. Callahan's now down to 17th. This is where we saw Colin Dunn last time we checked in with the AM Championship battle. There's Sean Morden, who joined us a little bit last minute. Well, for tonight's race, I should say. He's been in the... Oh, wow! That tail just did not want to know. And there's a lagging Jay Daniels. So Gillone now leads Jake Mays. Third is Toby Owen, but they're very spread out. Nick Bailey, brave man, opting to continue. There's Alex Rhodes trying to get out of the way as Nick Bailey is trying to get whatever slipstream he can get. Just scrabble driving his way out of the cut through. Some cars still in the pits, and Colin Dunn just been dropped off the jacks. There he goes. So Gillone's in. I did think he wasn't going to go the whole way. Slow it down. Oh, Jake Mays. I think you're pushing your luck a little too far there, sir. But then saying that, so are other people. Look at that. Look how slippery it is. Toby Owen can't keep the car on the road. Nick Bailey up into second position. Well, he'll go through into second position as Gillone is in the pits. There is Roy G, followed by... I must look up his surname. I was told and I've forgotten. But I will do that in a bit. Dow. Oh, keep it on the road. Well, get it back on the road, I should say. My goodness. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Oh no, impact between Roy and Toby Owen. Goodness me. Roy Grassi, that was it. I knew it was... I knew I'd been told it, but I couldn't quite remember it. Apologies there. Mark Holmes is in, and Matt Webb. Goodness sakes, not exactly the most difficult name in the world. Oh my goodness, look what Sean Morton's got himself into. Getting his car all kinds of slidey ways. Look at this lot, though. That's Miles Dixon, Alex Jameson, Kev Straw. Some have pitted, some haven't. There's Gillone. So Gillone's remained ahead of Jameson, and right behind Ali, that's actually Miles Dixon that's got ahead of Alex Jameson. Well. Is the wet weather a bit of an Achilles heel for Jameson? And Jake Mays is continuing. He hasn't been into the pits. Is he confident enough in the short 15-minute race to try and hang on? Nick Bailey the same, and also Roy Grassi. Or they don't know how. They've forgotten how to do pit stops. Toby Owen, he's doing it as well. Gary Cooper up into 5th position. Oh, Gillone, I think Where did McRae go? Oh, that's where McRae went. He's doing some grass cutting on the inside of... oh, that's a dangerous place to rejoin, but then he's got to go somewhere. Sean Morton's in. Goodness me. Difficult for me to keep it. Where the hell's Jameson gone? Oh, he's down to 12th. He's also doing some grass cutting in between Vale and Club. Oh dear, has this been the undoing, or has he been put back on slicks? That's happened before. Aaron Large is also falling through the field. There is Colin Dunn. Where is Callahan? Callahan is in 17th position, but he is a long way back. Where is he? There he is, just coming through Vale. As Colin is well on his way, unless he flies off the road, round number 1 will be going to Colin Dunn. As far as the AM Championship is concerned, there is Roy Grassi doing what he can in the Scrabble wagon, or the front wheel drive Renault. But it does look like Andrew Gillone is the lead car of those that have stopped. He's coming up to Gary Cooper now. Ooh, steady. And just to prove, just to show what the pace difference is going to be. And there you go, just Gillone getting all the traction he needs. Ooh, careful Alex Rhodes. Yep, Alex has backed out of that. So with 4.5 minutes to go, Andrew Gillone is near enough 23 seconds behind Jake Mays. Now directly ahead of Andrew Gillone is... who's that? That's Toby Owen. Now I'm trying to... no, Toby hasn't been in. So again, this will be a great highlight on how much pace you lose on those slick tyres compared against what they're facing. But it does look like the rain has stopped. It's clearly very, very wet. And there you go. Toby just cannot get the car to turn in. But it does look like the rain has stopped. So it was a very short, very intense rain shower. Welcome to a British summer. So yeah, those that didn't stop may still yet be onto something here. Less than 4 minutes to go. That is Roy Grassi on the back of Nick Bailey. We may have a completely different podium in this race. Jake Mays. What a masterstroke of strategy. If he can, he just needs to keep it on the black stuff. Who's that he's catching up to? I can't quite tell who that is. It could be Sean Morton. Oh, that looks like Kev Straw to me. Nope, he's nowhere near that particular... well, as we look at Kev Straw, there is Colin Dunn. Ah, now that's actually the AM lead. Oh, and Colin does a dive on the inside of Straw to regain... I think he's regained the AM lead. Oh, careful. Nicely controlled there, Colin Dunn. Jameson is now behind. Jameson down in 9th position. Oh, that's a huge banzai on the inside of Village. He's given Carl Benson a bit of a nudge. Carl may not be too happy about that. And again, Alex Rhodes staying well out of it. Miles Dixon on the back of Toby Owen and Gary Cooper. Oh no, there's Jameson round in the background. Alex Jameson has gone round at the end of the cut through. And once again, Jay Daniels is lagging. Toby Owen on the back of Miles Dixon and Gary Cooper. That's about off for 5th position. So Gary has not been in. Miles and Toby have. There's not... well, this may well still give credence to not pitting, because, again, judging by Gillone's pace, he's not gained a lot on the 3 ahead of him that haven't pitted. There is the battle for 2nd between Roy Grassi and Nick Bailey. The AM Championship battle between Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan is pretty non-existent at the moment, as Colin in 11th and Chris in 16th. And there is Chris Callahan at the bottom of the shot. He's going to be lapped again fairly soon, so this race really hasn't gone his way. Miles Dixon and Gary Cooper very, very close as they come through. Where are they? That's the cut through. There's Andrew Gillone at the top of the shot. Right behind there's Toby Owen. So the pit strategy, well, the lack of pit strategy hasn't worked well for Toby Owen. Whoa, that's Carl Benson getting very sideways. And look at that, as Alex Jameson does look like Alex Joyce is unlapping himself, potentially. No, not quite. And then right behind is McRae Williams being hustled by Colin Dunn. A little bit further back Aaron Large and Kev Straw having their own independent battle for 12th, although not in the same class. Jake lost about 3 seconds to Nick Bailey, but it's not going to be enough. There's 10.5 seconds between them with less than a minute to go. What a way to reintroduce yourself to the crew there, Mr. Mays. Nick Bailey holding off Roy Grassi at the moment for second place. There is Chris Callahan. And Miles is still hanging on to the back of Gary Cooper as they come through the cut through themselves, although Gary giving himself a bit of breathing space. Is the checker flag going to fall? I reckon Jake's going to beat the flag. Is he going to slow down and let the flag drop? No. Jake Mays has given himself another lap to do. I can't see that. Who that is in front of us. Oh, that's Matt Webb. We'll see him come into the shot in a minute. As the cameraman is looking in completely the wrong direction. Oh no! That's Colin Dunn that's gone off the road at the cut through. He was having an argument with McRae Williams. He's very much got the AM lead at the moment. There's Kev Straw, second in the AM class at the moment in this race. It looks like the spray is noticeably less in some areas. Roy Grassi has fallen off the back of Nick Bailey a little bit. The checkered flag is out and it awaits this man, Jake Mays. We've lost a couple from the race. I'm not even going to attempt to figure out who we've lost. Here comes Mays. Very much keeping the revs under control. He is not blasting that at all, but the track is really drying out. You can see the lap times just absolutely tumbling. Is that going to put Roy Grassi on Nick Bailey's case a little bit? Wow, what a way to come back. Your winner in race number 1 here at Silverstone is Jake Mays. Very, very nicely done. Well played, sir. Nick Bailey, what an effort, sir. Playing the no-pit strategy brilliant. Well, the top 3 indeed doing that. Well done to Nick Bailey for second. Both of our newcomers in the top 3. Roy Grassi crosses the line to take the 3rd spot. And then Andrew Gillone did gain a fair amount of time towards the end, but it was too little too late for him, unfortunately. There's Chris Callahan just coming over the line. So Andrew Gillone takes 4th. Gary Cooper will take the 5th position spot. Miles Dixon will claim 6th place. Toby Owen in 7th. And Alex Jameson has just gone past Carl Benson, but there are penalties to figure out. That's a vanishing Jay Daniels. Very damaged Jay Daniels right with them. So Alex crosses the line, and Carl, does he reclaim the spot? No, he doesn't. McRae, where are you? There he is. Just crossing the line for 10th. Being chased by Aaron Large, and also by, what a great race from Colin Dunn as well. A few spins here and there, but he's had a great run there to take the AM win. Kev Straw is going to take second. Wow, that's a decent run for you, sir. Well done. In 2nd position in the AM's 13th overall. Then Matt Webb is fighting for space. Oh, he ran out of time. So then it is Jake Mays at the top of the tree. Well done to you. Nick Bailey 2, Roy Grassi 3, Andrew Gillone 4, Gary Cooper 5, Miles Dixon 6th, Toby Owen 7th, Alex Jameson in 8th. Ouch. Carl Benson 9, McRae Williams 10th, and then Aaron Large 11th, Colin Dunn 12th, Kev Straw 13th, Matt Webb 14th, Mark Holmes 15th, Chris Callahan in 16th, Jay Daniels 17th, Alex Rode 18th, Sean Morty in 19th. We'd lost Brendan, after that incident early on where he was facing the wrong way. Brendan Van Heeden was out. Oh man, what could he have done had he not tangled up early doors? Right then, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We know the drill by now. Race number 2 is the random grid race for this series. 20-second penalty for Sean Morton. I've just seen that. Right, don't go anywhere. We will be back as quick as we can for the random grid race. And if we get that particular weather combination again, this is going to be all kinds of interesting. Stay tuned. Won't be long. Haha, we have people joining us. Marvellous. I always bring the music in just in case nobody joins, but we have got people hopping on board. Glad to see. Let us see who has joined us in the box for a quick chat. It's Mr. Newcomer, Mr. Race Winner himself, Jake Mays. Hello to you.
Hello, sir.
Well, that's a way to make a statement of intent.
I'd like to say it was planned, but it was complete luck. Complete luck.
Did you contemplate going into the pits at all, or did you think this was a bad idea, or what was running through your mind?
Yeah, when I say it was complete luck, basically Alex looked like he had a coming together with somebody going into the pits when I thought about going in, so that left me going around for one more lap, and then the guys on the chat were saying about whether they'd set their pit stop strategy, and I definitely hadn't. So likelihood is it was going to put me back on slicks anyway. So I just thought, well, I'll just have a bit of fun out in the rain and stick it out, and it obviously worked. Yeah,
I bet you had a lot of tail wagging moments going on. We didn't see all of your races. You rather ran off into the distance after the pit stop phase. Were you confident coming into this race? As you said beforehand, it had been a little while since you'd grabbed the wheel.
It was probably better that way because I haven't really practiced, and that means no pressure, and I'm just coming in to have fun, which is probably the better way to race. When I was racing with you guys before, I was doing a bit more practice, and it meant a little bit more. Because the more time you invest in something, I suppose, the more you want to get out of it. But it was great fun. Just literally getting a really good start off the line and getting straight into that kind of like top 5 battle. I instantly remembered why I did do this a couple of months ago, and yeah, I'm certainly glad to be dusting off the old wheel.
And we are very glad to have you on board. Good luck for the remaining races of the night. Thank you very much, Jake Mays.
Cheers.
I'm very glad to be having the Scuzzle himself in the box with me, Nick Bailey.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I bet you are grinning your head off right now, aren't you?
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was actually sitting there just hoping it would rain the whole time we were going through quali. I was thinking, just rain, because I love a wet race.
And you definitely had one of them. What a great result. But you were chased as well by Roy Grassi as well.
Oh, I was. I definitely was. I could see him for quite a lot of that, and he was definitely pushing me on quite a bit.
You had to get your elbows out a few times as well, but I mean that's the nature of touring car racing. I grant you. Were you? What were your thoughts coming into this? Were you thinking that podium was on the cards, or were you just kind of hitting and hope?
To be honest, Silverstone's one of my most hated tracks. So actually, I didn't think I'd do particularly well. But as soon as I thought there might be a chance of it being wet, suddenly that changed everything. That's one thing I've always been known for, is doing quite well when it's wet. So,
does the Scrabble drive, as I've heard it called, the Scrabble wagons, the front wheel drive cars, do they misbehave particularly in the wet? I mean, the Beamers certainly do. How does the Renault feel?
Weirdly, it feels a lot more rear wheel drive than you'd expect a front wheel drive car to feel. So yeah, I just drove it like I'd drive my MX-5 in real life.
Beautiful.
Yeah, back end out a bit, foot to the floor.
And we enjoyed every minute of it. Looking forward to the remaining races?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
It's going to be good.
Good luck in those. Thank you very much. Nick Bailey.
Okay. Catch you later.
Right then, no one else has come forward, which is absolutely fine. It's not obligatory for them to do so. So we'll be back with you as soon as we can for race number 2. Right, we are heading trackside for round number 2 of this race. It looks like we are starting in the wet weather. If it remains in the wet weather, that much we'll have to see. That's you can't quite see it because it's actually under the VTC logo, but it actually says rain under there. If I get rid of that, you'll see. There it is. So we are starting in the wet weather, but the as mentioned before, the weather conditions try to emulate the weather that happened on the day you selected. So that is today, and there have been a fair amount of rain in various bits of the country. So we will see how much rain we have got to deal with. Now, being that we are starting in the wet weather, therefore the drivers will have wet weather tyres fitted by default. Oh my days! That's a lot of wet weather. That's a lot of wet weather. Now, I did see another driver join us. Let's see if... Yes! Adam Bent is with us. We haven't seen the Welsh livery car for a while. It means we've lost one because we're at 21 again, I think. But I couldn't, again, tell you who is where. Let's have a look at who has been plonked where. It's Gary Cooper and Sean Morty on the front row. Jake Mays, he'll be quite happy with that. Colin Dunn, he'll be very happy with that on row 2. Alex Jameson and Alex Rhodes in row 3. Miles Dixon and Andrew Gillone in row 4. Nick Bailey and McCrae Williams in row 5. Chris Callahan and Carl Benson, row 6. Roy Grassi and Adam Bent in row 7. Toby Owen and Matt Webb in row 8. Jay Daniels and Aaron Large in row 9. Kev Straw and Mark Holmes in row 10. And Brendan... talk about insult to injury. Brendan Van Heeden crashes out in row 1 and starts in the back of the field in a random grid race for round number 2. Nothing like a splash of rain to spice things up, rather. Yes, Mr. Wheeler, you are absolutely correct in that. And wow, are we having a lot of rain this time around. But we will see if the rain holds the whole time. If anyone's going to risk a pit stop, if it does lighten, the cloud cover would indicate that no one is going to bother. Well, at least the... Oh no, the cameraman is going to focus in on the R8 bolt at the back again. Right then. Race number 2 for the night. For this final round, it is time to wind them up and let them go. And that's a stormer again from Jameson. It's a bit steady from Gary Cooper. Oh, Jameson trying to part the ways between himself and Sean Morty. He puts himself to the wall. Gary Cooper shuts the door. But Jake Mays has had an absolute stormer. He's up into the lead. What a great start for Jake Mays. He's getting that car all kinds of slidey ways. Oh, there's trouble behind. Alex Rhodes, slow that one down. Gillone on the outside. On the inside, there's Colin Dunn. He's gone too wide. Colin Dunn falling through the field. That's Nick Beattie going through. There's Carl Benson going through. But Colin Dunn, I think, remains in the lead of the AMS. Oh, no, there's 3 wide. Whoa, that's Aaron Large going backwards off the field. Oh, my goodness me. Damage. A lot of damage already to Aaron Large. And, oh, Toby Owen at the back of the field. Goodness me. There's Gillone. Where on earth has he come from? Side by side with Jameson coming into Stowe in the wet. Of course it's Andrew Gillone. Of course he's going to do that. And Gary Cooper now down to 4. Jameson up there in 3rd. Jake Mays is looking to try and maintain the lead. Oh, here we go. 3 BMW veterans in the wet in Silverstone. Yes, please. And that is exactly what we have got. Mays, Gillone, Jameson, Gary Cooper leading the way in the Scrabble wagons, with Alex Rhodes having a much stronger race this time around. Miles Dixon right behind. Sean Morty trying to hang on to positions as he falls in the field. Nick Bailey, 8th position. Carl Benson, 9. Oh, Carl had a look on the inside coming into Abbey. Ooh, and Nick Bailey got all kinds of squiggly trying to avoid Sean Morton. As Sean keeps his car under control. I wonder how much practice Sean's put in the wet. He technically leads the AMS as he's gone off the road. There goes Colin Dunn, who now is leading the way in the AM class. Callahan is not far behind, though, so he's going to have to work to hold on to that particular lead. Back up to the front. Look at the field. All charging there. Wow, Nick Bailey going for a big wander on the outside of the cut through there. Oh, Gillone's going for an inside manoeuvre going into Stowe. Oh, and Jameson's going to nail them on the inside. What a move from Jameson! Where on earth did Jake go? Oh, Jake flew off the road. There he is in third, side by side. And no, that's Jameson. What a move. 2 cars in one corner. Brilliantly done. Gellone, though, is looking to try and redress the balance as Gary Cooper's gone wide. Coming through into club, and Andrew Gellone has retaken the lead once again. Mays on board with him. My goodness, it's absolute craziness everywhere, but no one's coming to the pits yet. And that's Jay Daniels lagging away again. Look at the field, all running on. There's less than 15 seconds top to bottom, in fairness, so no one's had any huge incidents. Although, saying me, we did see Aaron Lard flying off the road backwards and the cut through on the opening lap. Gellone now leads Jameson. Gary Cooper in third. Jake Mays, there he is in the yellow BMW right behind him. Miles Dixon fending off Alex Rhodes for 5th position, beg your pardon. Carl Benson having a bit of a better round this time. Oh, that's almost... No, I've spoken too soon. Someone, that's Matt Webb, I think it is. Oh no, we had Adam Bent that was going around the wrong way. That's someone spun. Oh no, huge incident there. 3 cars off. Oh no. Someone's gone. We've lost someone from the race. Who did we lose? I don't know. I didn't see the name quick enough. There's lots of people streaming through. Goodness me. Mark Holes was one of the victims. Struth alive once again. Difficult for me to know where to look. But Gellone is keeping Alex Jameson at bay. Fastest lap for Andrew Gellone. Fastest sector for Jameson. So both of them with good pace in these conditions. Cooper is holding on to 3rd position from Jake Mays. Miles Dixon right there in hot pursuit. Alex Rhodes is now up into 6th position. Oh, Carl Benson's had a problem and now he's thrown to the wolves. That is Roy Grassi, who's trying to make him an inside manoeuvre. No, he gets cut off by Carl Benson. Nick Bailey is in there. Colin Dunn, the AM leader, is right in this mixer as well. Well, as much as we can see on board, so all you're basically looking into is a lot of spray. But has the... No, it looked like for a second the rain had stopped, but no. No such luck for our drivers. But look, Toby Owen now all the way up to 14th. He was last only a lap ago, but he's got a lot of fighting going on behind. What has happened to Adam Bent? He's changing positions here, there and everywhere. Gellone and Cooper get their names on the penalty board up front. Where's Callahan? There, he's in this lot again. Damage to the front of Chris Callahan's car. I think that's pretty much going to put his championship challenge to bed now. But look at this. Once again, it's Gellone and Jameson up front, but right behind them. I think did we just lose another one then? No, I don't think we did. If we did, I'm not sure who. Miles Dixon on the back of Jake Mays and Gary Cooper. These 3 locked in battle. Oh, Jake Mays struggling to keep that BMW under control. He's gone for the inside manoeuvre into Village. He's got Gary Cooper and Miles Dixon just hit water there. Look at the standing water. It's absolutely everywhere, but a great move from Mays. Banzai that one. Oh, nudge from Miles Dixon on the back of Gary Cooper. That's sent Cooper a bit wide. He's lost the spot. Here comes Alex Rhodes to get involved in that fight as well. At the bottom of the shot, you can see Jameson and Gellone still having a great old battle for the race lead. There is Carl Benson with Roy Grassi, Nick Bailey, and Colin Dunn in hot pursuit. Right behind them, Matt Webb comparatively on his own. And McCree Williams has got company in the form of Toby Owen, now looking to claim 12th position. Oh, that's a very slow Adam Bent in the background. And Aaron Large as well in that particular fight. There's Sean Morty. Chris Callahan still trying to overtake Adam Bent, and then behind them is Kev Straw and Mark Holmes, our remaining drivers, as Jameson very, very close to the back of Andrew Gellone. Oh, both of them synchronised sliding coming through farm. Oh, but Jameson hit a big puddle there. He won't have got any traction through that. I mean, you need a rudder to do anything there, but he has been able to keep nailed to the back of Gellone, who's using all of the track and then some. But look at Mays. He has left Gary Cooper for dead. Now that he's broken free of the red Renault. And look at this. Gary Cooper's been involved in a 3-way fight all race long. It was himself, Jake Mays, and Miles Dixon. Now Alex Rhodes joins that particular battle. Then behind you've got another 3 or 4-way battle going on. as Miles Dixon gets the run on the inside of Gary Cooper into Stowe and into 4th position. Alex Rose was looking to try and repeat what Alex Jameson did not that long ago. Oh, nearly 3 wide, coming down towards down towards Vale, beg your pardon. Rhodes, can he get the drive on Gary Cooper? Oh, what a move! Alex Rhodes giving Gary Cooper no option but to bail on that one. But is Gary Cooper going to switch back underneath Alex Rhodes? My goodness me. What a great fight. But Gary Cooper tries to get the inside of turn 1 of Abbey. That's forced Alex Rhodes wide, and Alex can't retaliate. My goodness, let's just check what the penalties are. 2 for Gillone and 1 for Gary Cooper. Oh, nice. Chuck that one in, Alex Rhodes. There's that 4-way fight for 7th position. That is led currently by Carl Benson. Then Roy Grassi, Nick Bailey and Colin Dunn. Oh, it looked like Nick had to bail on the line he took. He might have tried to drive in a little bit too early to take that apex at the end of the cut through. Oh, great scrapping going on absolutely everywhere. There's Rhodes again trying to get on the inside of Gary Cooper. The top 2 still as they were. Gillone leading Jameson. Jameson nearly a second faster than Gillone last time around. Let's see what it is this time. 13.7 for Gillone, 13.6 for Jameson. So Jameson again still showing he's got the pace. Pretty disastrous first round in the series. Gillone's not got the slide right at all. And Jameson is going to... Oh, he locked up there as he came storming through, but could not maintain it. Just look at the amount of standing water they've got to deal with. The spray is one thing. You get the cockpit cam, and the windscreen wipers are distracting enough. But when you hit that standing water, it does exactly what you think it's going to do. It just sends you literally sailing off with very little to be able to counteract it. There's Jake Mays in the background off another podium at this rate, but still 5.5 minutes for traction and bad luck to traction to leave and bad luck to set in. Again on board with Jameson. Just look at the amount of water they've got to deal with, and you'll find there's puddles in the wrong. There's a lake. Look at that going across the road, heading down towards Vale. There's another lake on the outside of Vale. Just the amount of sideways. There's another one on the inside heading towards Club, but the sun's coming out. So the rain should be easing off. We're seeing some shadows out there. Let's see if the rain eases off before the race is finished. Although it's still coming down. Whoa, Gillone, that's a very, very deep line through Farm, but manages to hold on to the lead. Doesn't send Jameson into that lake that is on the outside of Village. Jumping back again to Colin Dunn, who isn't fighting for the AM lead. He's already in that. As Chris Callahan is down to 17th. That seems to be the second number for the AM contender. Every time we need to know where Colin or Chris are, one of them is in 17th position. Struggling to hang on to the back of Nick Bailey, who is struggling to do anything with Roy Grassi right ahead of him. Wow, that's a long way off. May have had to take a bit of an avoiding action there because he was very, very close to the back of Roy Grassi's Renault. And then Carl Benson, who is now leading this train in 7th position. And Gary Cooper has lost that spot to Alex Rhodes. So that 5th position has swapped round. Ooh, steady, steady, steady. And now Carl Benson gets his name on the track limit board. Also, another thing, Jameson doesn't need to do anything to retake the lead at the end of the race. He just has to stay 2 seconds within the tyre tracks of Andrew Gillone. Oh, Brendan Van Eden, the bad luck is back. That's 2 for 2 for tonight. What a shame following your amazing series of good results. So alas, coming to an end. And look further up the road, that's Mark Holmes. There he is. He's going to be in for a world of company. There's Callahan, very heavily damaged car. Oh dear, he is struggling. Is he coming into the pits? No, but there's a fair amount of damage on that Renault. He's got Kev Straw and Adam Bent ahead of him. And Nick Bailey has gotten ahead of Roy Grassi. The Scuzzle now up into 8th place. Again, keep an eye up front. Andrew Gillone doing what he can to shake off Alex Jameson, but Alex Jameson just saying exactly where he needs to. I'm sure Jameson would love to have the race win. 13-2 for Jameson. Everything Andrew's got, Alex Jameson has an answer for so far. But all it takes is one mistake for that all to completely undo itself. As again, Jameson forced to the outside and forced into that puddle. Oh, we've just lost Colin Dunn! Oh my goodness, we've just lost Colin Dunn! As Alex Jameson just makes a lovely move at the outside of Andrew Gillone, but Andrew Gillone then nails him straight back with the undercut at the end of the cut through. What a great series of moves. We've lost Colin Dunn. That's a huge impact, or would have been if Chris Callahan was further up the field. It might make absolutely no difference whatsoever, but we don't know what happened to Mr. Dunn, Mr. Fishwick. Oh, Nick, again, yeah. He went for the apex too early. He was hoping for a bit more slide from his car, but he had more traction than he was anticipating. Oh, Mark Holmes. That could have been a little bit nasty, but Mark Holmes getting out of the way of the lead pair as they start the final lap. And I'm sure that battle is going to continue all the way to the flag. Oh, Chris Callahan must be kicking himself if he was further up the field. Oh, Jameson. If Chris Callahan was further up the field, he could really put himself back in contention for that AM Championship title, but alas, someone just bin it. I thought I heard a low revving engine there, but sadly too much damage on Callahan's car is going to put pay to that. Down the hangar straight for the last time. That fight between Kev Straw and Adam Bent continues, and also there's Nick Bailey hanging on to 8th position, trying to do something against Carl Benson ahead of him, and newcomer Roy Grassi still trying to reclaim that 8th position that he was in. The sun's out now towards the end of this race. Oh, that's Alex Rhodes! Oh my goodness me, Alex Rhodes doing the right thing. He stayed absolutely still, but that was a rather unfortunate place to spin. But your winner here in race number 2. Oh, is he going to beat the flag? He beat the flag. I was convinced he started the last lap last time around, but no, Gillone's actually beaten the flag, amazingly. Well, another lap it is. As you can see, Andrew Gillone does not mind that in the slightest, although they do have a fair amount of traffic to now deal with. Oh, 7th has just changed hands. Carl Benson's gone up into 7th. I mean, Nick Bailey's up to 6th. Nicely done, Nick Bailey. On for a decent result here. Oh, here comes Jameson. Is he going to try and get a run on Gillone? Oh, this could be awkward if he's got a fair amount of O-speed coming into Stowe. No, he can't use it. Oh, that river again. Oh, here we go. He's gone in too deep. He's going to have to back out of that. I don't think that's going to cost him 2 seconds, though. It'll cost him a bit of time, but it's not going to cost him 2 seconds. What's Gillone going to do here? Is he going to concede that he's not going to be able to outdo the time and stay behind the back markers? No, like hell, he's going to go for the back markers anyway. No, he's going to stay there. So your winner in race number 2 for tonight, although crossing the line first is Andrew Gillone, the win is going to go to Alex Jameson. He tried to actually take the win on the line. Jake May's getting the fastest sector 2 towards the end of that race, but he's going to take quite a distant 3rd position. And exactly 1 second gap between Gillone and Jameson, apparently. Miles Dixon, another strong effort. He's going to claim 4th. Gary Cooper is going to come home in 5th. Here comes Nick Bailey for 6th position. Carl Benson takes 7th, all very closely contested there. And Roy Grassi, does that all change around? Yes, it does. Nick Bailey drops down to 8th because he had 2 seconds worth of penalties, whereas those around him only had 1. That promotes Roy Grassi up to 7th. Oh, Alex Rhodes in 9th in the end, chased home by Aaron Large. Toby Owen will cross the line in 11th place. Simon Webb will find 12th. McRae Williams in the Anime flavoured car 56 will take 13th place. Sean Morty will find 14th. Oh, there's Adam Bent. Bit slow coming through Club. Oh, steady. There's Kev Straw right behind you. And a very damaged Callahan is limping into the pits at the last. So as a confirmation, there it is. Alex Jameson takes the win for the second round. Andrew Gillone 2, Jake Mays 3, Miles Dixon 4th, Gary Cooper 5th, Carl Benson in 6th, Roy Grassi 7th, Nick Bailey 8th, Alex Rode 9, Aaron Large 10th, Toby Owen 11th, Matt Webb 12th, McRae Williams 13, Sean Morty 14, Adam Bent in 15th, Kev Straw 16th, Chris Callahan in 17th, Mark Holmes 18th, and again 2 for 2 for Carl Benson. We did lose a few others along the way. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's get the music on and the slideshow going, and if anybody joins us for some interviews, then we will see what they have to say. But until then, the music is on, and we'll be back for qualifying for race 3, assuming no one, as I say, joins us for a quick chat in between the 2 rounds. If not, race 3 will be back with this as soon as we can. Haha, we have one. Joining us in the box this time, it's one of our featured drivers. It's Aaron Large.
Hello. That was hard work.
Didn't quite go as well as the first race did. What happened?
No, I seen the track the wrong way around twice. So it's not the best race. But I made it fun trying to just make my way back up the grid. But
we did see you sliding off the track backwards at the cut through on the opening laps.
Yeah, I got tapped twice in that race. So yeah, it's not the best. But again, I'm not going to hold any grudges. It's just good fun.
So, did you have any thoughts on where you might sit in the pecking order heading into this race?
Well, hopefully sort of mid if I can get up there. But these guys are quick in any car basically. So the rain changes things. I do like driving in the rain. The first race I had a terrible pit stop where he fit slicks straight back on my car again. So it done absolutely nothing for me. So
oh, lovely.
Yeah, so at least that time I had proper tyres, but I just had a bit of contact twice in the race, and that was it. So on to the next one, hopefully. Onwards
and upwards, as they say. Looking forward to the third round?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bring my game and see what the deal is with the start, and see if I can get a good place.
Good luck for the final round of the entire season. Thank you very much, Aaron Large.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Mr. Webb. Is that you that's joined us?
It is indeed.
Hello to you, Matt Webb. Thank you for joining us. How was your race? We didn't see an awful lot of you, admittedly. How's the evening been for you so far?
Awful, to be honest with you. I hate driving in the rain.
Welcome to Silverstone.
I went for another pit stop, and then they weren't put on the second time either. So.
Oh, so you've had an argument. So you're firing your pit crew then?
Oh, they're already off down the road, gone.
Oh dear. So it can only get better, surely.
Yes, yeah. Race 2 was quite lucky, if I'm honest. Unfortunately, Colin disconnected, leaving me in first place. But
yeah, we didn't see what happened to Colin. Was it an incident, or was it just a technical problem?
No, just a technical problem. I think he just disconnected from the session.
Oh no.
I can't complain too much because it means I got the win. So.
What a shame, eh?
Yes, yeah.
Well, it would seem, judging by the weather forecast, that we're on for rain again. So
yes.
Still looking for sort of towards the top end of the field for the AMs, or just kind of hitting and hoping.
So, yeah, if I can get a decent lap in quali, like I did earlier, then I'll be happy with that.
Oh yes, we will have quali. Do we?
Who knows in the rain?
Well, we'll see if quali's in the rain. Or at least it'll reacclimatise you to the conditions, if nothing else.
Yeah, a little bit more practice.
Yes, very true. Well, good luck with that, and would you consider coming back for season number 2?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back for season 2 in October. I'm probably not going to take part in the one on Assetto Corsa, so I don't actually have that game, but
That's a good reason not to do it.
Yep, yeah. No, I'll definitely be back in October on Project Cars, definitely.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing you then as well. Good luck for the remaining race. Thank you very much, Matt Webb.
Thanks.
As Matt mentioned there is a filler league that is going on in between this and season number 2. It's not going to be commentated by myself. I've actually been invited to take part in it, so we will see. I'm a little undecided by that, but there is still time for you lovely people, anyone interested in getting involved. Give it a try. Head over to Facebook, find the VTCC page, Virtual Touring Car Club. Make yourself known. Several people have found us through the stream and gotten involved after the season began. You do not have to be, godly. From beginners to the very best. Anyone and everyone is welcome to take part in this series. As mentioned, there will be a second season. It starts. The very first race is going to be the beginning of November. There is as mentioned, a filler league going on a set of course in between the two, but not live streamed, as previously mentioned. No other driver wants to come and have a chat with us, which is absolutely fine. We will keep the music going, and qualifying for round number 3, the grand final of this season, will begin as soon as we can. Don't go anywhere, because it's going to be a good one. Race number 3, or qualifying, I should say, for race number 3 doth beckon. We are heading to the track now to conclude what has been an incredible season for the Virtual Touring Car Cup, and I cannot wait to do it all over again. towards the tail end of the year. So, we should still have 20 or 21 races. Oh, light rain this time, as opposed to monsoon. Well, there it is. And the cameraman still insists on focusing on that particular part. Right then, let's see who is coming out to play. That's Adam Bent bouncing off the wall, it looked like. Well, no, the car's got no damage, so... Alright, who's coming out to play then? Out comes Adam Bent. That looks like Matt Webb right with him. It is indeed. There's Alex Rhodes looking for a bit more luck. He's had as much of it as he has had traction. Jeff Straw. Jerry Daniels, a little bit less laggy it seems this time. Alex Jameson. Let's see what he can manage this time around. He's looking eager to get on with it. So it was a technical trouble that befell the Dun. Hopefully we'll be able to confirm at the end of... I mean, realistically speaking, Chris Callahan was quite some way down towards the back of the field in race number 2. Unless, and there is Chris Callahan. So unless Chris wins this race and Colin again disconnects, I would imagine that Colin Dunn, he's going to come away with the title, or the AM title I should say. Roy Grassi with Kev Straw right ahead of him. Gary Cooper has also come back to us, has also returned, good to see. Sean Morton as he comes down the hangar straight. Oh, that's Nick Bailey getting very, very sideways, it looked like, at the top of the shot there. With showboating, especially in this weather. Interesting, Carl Benson's not left the pits yet. Why hasn't Carl left? Toby Owen has. You can see on boards the puddles aren't as drastic. Light rain has the chance of being cleared by the cars. The heavy rain really doesn't. Oh dear. That's the main downside of a short track, is it is difficult to find a clear bit of it to get your qualifying lap in. Here's Gillone. There's Jameson. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? There he is. So it looks like from the bonnet of the BMW. Oh, Matt Webb is exploring track limits again. Oh, it's dangerous to ride the curb so hard in the wet conditions. Through the lake. Oh, that didn't look a great braking zone there for Jameson. Sound like someone spun behind him. Time's coming on the board now. Where does Jameson fit into that? Alex Rose at the top at the moment with 14.5. A 14.1 for Jameson. A 13.2 for Jake Mays right behind him. Whoa, that's... he did look like he kept a wheel just about on the road there. Gillone, 13.5. Roars that BMW through turn 1. Oh, Miles Dixon doing a bit of exploring down there at Club. About half the field have set a lap time by now. The benchmark has been set, but a lot of people really struggling with the bad weather. Oh, look at Colin Dunn. Really looking to make amends for a disastrous second round rather. He won his class in the first round. So. And gave several people in the pro category, as he tends to do, he gave several people in the pros something to think about. No improvement for Colin at the moment. He's in the slipstream of Alex Rhodes, who is currently in 15th position. 15th? Beg your pardon. In 5th position. Oh, he's in 6th position because someone has just jumped up. Oh, it's Aaron Large. Oh, there it is. There it is. Jameson now getting into his stride with a 12.6. Some people would love to do that in the dry, let alone in the wet. Oops, Colin going for a bit of explore from the end of the cut through. Those cones are not likely to last. It does look like from that particular angle that they come off a white painted piece of road. It's not white, it's just the way that it looks on this camera. Several people trying to get the car to slide and then essentially just struggling to contain it. You can see where the water's not as extreme there because the water's actually been cleared. That big lake that forms on the pit lane entrance. Whoa, Alex Rhodes, very, very slidey ways. Here comes Colin, chucks it into club. And Alex has had to get out of that one. 5th position with a 13.8 for Colin Dunn, for Mr. Fishwick. What about Brendan? Well, that was Aaron Large that was parked on the side of the road. Yet to get a time on the board is Mr. Van Heeden. Mark Holmes also in the same boat. There's Chris Callahan. Where is he? He's up in 11th at 14.8. He's a second off his nearest rival. It does look like Chris hasn't had the answer, hasn't had the pace to deal with Mr. Fishwick, as we now have got an 11 on the board, a 1:11.6 for Jameson, a 12.6 from Andrew Gillone. There's Aaron Large, so the top 3 BMWs. The Beamers, I'm told, do seem to have a bit of an advantage in the wet conditions, but not always the case. Although the top 4 of them were, until that time from Miles Dixon, all BMWs, as Jake Mays was in 4th until that 13.2. Oh, there's Brendan getting a 13 flat. So now the Renault's starting to get into their stride. Oh, there's Jameson. Where the hell's he going? Keeping very out of the way. As where the hell's Chris Callahan going? That did not go well for the 49 car. That was quite an exploratory line that he took through Abbey and Farm. And now starting to see the real representative laps coming on the board. So Jameson, we know, has just come back out of the pits. 8 minutes to go of this final qualifying session of the season. Gillone still doing the laps. How much fuel are they carrying? Well, not a lot. Oh, as Brendan Van Heeden's just validated his lap. Very easy to do in these conditions. He'd have pushed that a little bit too hard coming through Stowe, I'd have thought. The rain might be light, but it's always going to be slippery. Does Gillone improve from a 1:12.6? Not this time he doesn't, but still plenty of time to do something about it. He swings his car through Abbey. It's a little bit too big a swing, I suspect, sir. That's Jake Mays right ahead of him. Now down to 6th position in the yellow BMW. And that's Brendan back into the pits. 13 flat still his time. Oh, Aaron Large, no. It's so awkward. And he's reversing to try and get away from the apex. That's a novel way of doing it. Where's he done that? That's at the cut through, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh dear. Oh, Nick Bailey! A 12.2 on the board in the Renault. Nicely done, sir. He did say he felt he was quite handy in the wet conditions, and that rather proves it. The Scuzzle up into 2nd place. What a great lap at 12.2. Oops, and that was, I think it was it Adam Bent? Yep, that was Adam Bent getting that all wrong. Probably because Nick had come past him. But, well, Nick's on a hot lap. Whoa, that's a lot of slidey ways. Wrestle the 29 car over the line. I suspect it won't be another improvement. There's Chris Callahan. Oh, me of little faith. Nick Bailey. 1:11.3. The new pole time. As Chris Callahan is exploring again. In 17th position with a 14.8. But still, it's not a bad time, but my goodness me. What has Jameson got to say to that, I wonder? Let's ride on board with him and find out. Turn 3, Village. Again, the car looks reluctant to get into a slide. As we swing past Aintree and into the cut through. Sorry, past the loop. You ignore Aintree onwards. Reappear at Chapel. Hard on the gas and through the gears. What can the Jameson do? Pick your braking point. No big lake there greeting you just before Stowe and chucks it in. That might be a bit too much, but... Oh, Andrew Gillone with a 1:11 flat. Oh, the pole time has changed hands again. What can Jameson do? Vale. Club. Or the two corners that form Club. Does he improve? 1:11, 6:83 sees him in third. Does he improve? Not this time. That's not going to stop him pressing on as Kev Straw has just invalidated his lap. Chris Callahan's got some company. The former JD. Well, there's Jay Daniels. No, that's Carl Benson. Again, people finding it difficult to find some free track. So, where is Nick Bailey? There he is on the hanger straight with Jay Daniels warming his tyres up in the background. Let's see Jay not lagging himself to death. Can Gillone get into the 10s? 4 minutes to go. Is this a new pole time from Andrew Gillone? It is not. That's a great... It's great to see the rear-wheel drive cars get that much of a slide on, but the front-wheel drive cars is even better. Can Nick Bailey improve on an already very impressive time? Not this time around. Jameson. Oh no, he's pushing Adam Bent along. Along with... I'm not sure who that is already ahead of him. I think it might be Roy Grassi. Oh my goodness me. A 1:10.4 for Alex Jameson. You can never ever discount Alex Jameson from these proceedings. There's Mays in fourth. Dixon, again, another strong showing. That's Kev Straw. No, it isn't. That's Mark Holmes getting out of the way. There is Roy Grassi. Coming through the... Well, there is Alex Jameson chasing Roy Grassi. Someone on the side there. That'd be Matt Webb, I think. Oh, no, Matt Webb's in the pits. Not sure who that is. Oh, Colin Dunn getting that very wrong at the top of the shot there. Brendan currently in 8th position with a 13.8. Just coming out of the pits for what could well be his final run. Oh my days, a 1:09.8 now on the board. Nope, that was Kev Straw, I think, just taking the exploratory route. Here comes Jameson. Does he improve again? 1:09.880 by Andrew Gillone. The new marker as a 1 to the thousandth of a second. I knew they were close in pace, but that's a little ridiculous, gentlemen. Both of them, a 1:09.880. In my entire commentary lifetime, I have only ever seen that, or I've ever had the time to commentate on it once before. And that day it actually happened twice, but that's another matter. But one previous occasion I have had to the thousandths of a second. Well, certainly that I can remember. It may well have happened in other races, but Andrew Gillone, because he set his time before Mr. Jameson, is currently deemed to be on pole. To put that in context, the average person blinks it takes a tenth of a second to blink, and that is the same time to the thousandth of a second. I'd love to know what they both think about that. Both of them have still got their foot nailed to the floor. Does Jameson improve? He's chasing Aaron Large home. Of course he does. He finds another second. I think the track is drying. That's why the rain does look like it has stopped and has been stopped for a while. So the track is actually drying out. That's where these times are now starting to come from. Oh, that's a big puddle that Alex just found. So 1:08.7 now on the board. And a Miles Dixon with a 1:09.858. Great effort. Gary Cooper up to fourth with a 1:09.9. There, all these times now coming in. Carl Benson fifth. Nick Bailey now down to sixth with 1:10.2 in the midst of a hell of a lot of traffic. Jake Daniels now in seventh position with a 1:11.0. Jake Mays, oh no, finds Kev Straw. That was a little bit unlucky for both of them there. Sean Morty's returned to the pits, as has Adam Bent. Carl Bent, there's another one. And Matt Webb, and that's fourth, 1:09.945 for Jake Mays. Still going. There's Nick Bailey, now down to seventh. He's just about to cross the line. Is there an improvement here? No, there isn't. There's 108.699 for Jameson. Now the checker flag is out. A 109.1 from Gillone earlier on. A 109.5 for Miles Dixon. Aaron Large, we saw him just falling off the road, and that's where he now sits. 109.639. Gary Cooper, 109.7, finds him in 5th position. Jake Mays, one improve from 6th with 109.9. Carl Benson, 110.1. Nick Bailey's on the hanger straight. Alex Jameson's still going, as is Gillone. No, Jay Daniels is done. Mark Holmes is done. Roy Grassi and... Oh, there's a change at the top. Oh, Brendan! It's Brendan Van Heeden with a 109.5. Sits him in 3rd. Great effort. Gillone did not improve on that time, so 109.1 remains his time, and that is Jameson giving it plenty of welly through club. Little bit of water kicked up at the end. No further improvement? No. That still looked impressive, and nonetheless. Gary Cooper still going? Nope. I think he's actually cruising there. Who is still running? There must be someone still going. Nope, there we go. Oh, that's as Andrew said the first lap, but he didn't. It's Alex Jameson, there we go. So with a mighty 108.699, Alex Jameson takes the pole with Andrew Gillone alongside him. We've had these two at the top before now, and we will do again. Brendan Van Heeden and Miles Dixon take row 2. Aaron Large and Gary Cooper, row 3. Jake Mays down there in 7th. But Carl Benson, he's not been his night, is Carl. There in row 4. Nick Bailey and Alex Rose in row 5. Jay Daniels and Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes, that's a solid qualifying for him in row 6. Then it is Roy Grassi and Colin Dunn, row 7. McRae Williams and Chris Callahan, row 8. So the AM battle still raging on. Nicely done. Although currently, actually, Mark Holmes leads that particular race. The championship, I'm not sure where we sit with that, in truth, with Colin's disconnect last time around. Matt Webb and Adam Bent in row 8. Row 9, beg your pardon, can't count. Kev Straw and Toby Owen, row 10. And Sean Morton taking the tail end of the field. Ooh, right. There's still positions to be decided. 2nd and 4th in the pros still need to be dealt with. Top honours have belonged to Alex Jameson for a couple of weeks now, but that doesn't mean that there's not racing to be had. Now it does look like we are starting in the dry. So again, the racers probably don't want the rain. They've already had enough of the wet stuff. Although it has produced some interesting results. Will they chance the pit strategy again? Or will there be more pit crews fired after this? We will see. 35 more seconds for our drivers to make any changes they wish to do. Again, keeping a focus on the AM battle as well. It is mainly between Dunn and Callahan. You can see Callahan staring once again at the back of the aqua-flavoured BMW. It is time for the final time this evening, for the final time this season. It is time to wind them up and let them go! Who is going to be bravest on the brakes? Who's going to have the good start this time around? It's a great start from the front. It looks like a decent start by everybody. 2 left at the back. It's Kev Straw. He's now underway. Sean Morton is very, very slow. Strange goings on there, side by side, coming through farm. As Jameson leads Gillone. Whoa, that's a little bit deep. There's Aaron Large. He's spun it. He's facing the wrong way. Oh, that must be terrifying. He's reversed to try and get out of the way, but that's actually put him in the path of Colin Dunn, who's down into 18th position. Oh no, a disaster for the AM Championship, but it does look like broadly everybody has survived. On the run down towards Stowe, here comes Gillone side by side with Jameson again. Gillone's going to have the inside line. Here's Brendan Van Heeden in 3rd position with a great view of the battle ahead of him. Jameson's gone deep. Is Brendan Van Heeden going to try and draw side by side? There's Jake Mays in 4th. Gary Cooper 5th. Miles Dixon 6th. There we are, the brakes. Oh, Van Heeden tried to draw alongside Jameson, but Alex was having none of that. Jake Mays right in there to try and get involved. Gary Cooper's gone deep. Is Miles Dixon going to try and capitalise? My goodness, that's where who was it? It was Danny Kvyat and Kevin Magnussen came together a couple of weeks ago. These guys managed to make it stick. Roy Grassi up into 7th position. Mark Holmes in 8th. Great start for them. Nick Bailey in 9th with a whole heap of company right behind him. Wow, as we saw Alex Rhodes really bouncing around. That's a very unusual line, Alex Rhodes. You're going to be given a penalty if you don't back off from there. Look at this lot. Gillone's got himself a bit of leeway from Brendan Van Heeden, who has managed to make the move stick on Jameson. But right behind is Jake Mays, Gary Cooper and Miles Dixon, all in a great scrap for the top honours. Gillone's got himself a second's breathing space, which is not a great deal. Look at the view from Dixon, who is at the back of this particular train. Oh, that's Jake Mays has gone deep. Oh, Dixon tried to maintain the line, just understeered into Cooper, but no harm, no foul there. Cooper's thinking about an inside manoeuvre coming into Vale. No such luck there. Door is slammed shut. Nudge there from Dixon on Cooper. As they complete another lap right behind them, Roy Grassi has got a great ringside seat for everything going on ahead of him. There's Gary Cooper thinking about a move on Jake Mays. No such luck, Nick Bailey. And, my goodness, that's Mark Holmes well in the top 10 now. Oh, look what's going on behind them. There is Colin Dunn. Where's Callahan? 17th again. Once again, wherever I ask where one is, the other one's in 17th. Goodness me. So advantage Colin Dunn in that particular scrap. Bit of a lock-up there. I think it was Miles Dixon. But everyone except for Sean Morton is in the midst of a pack. Sean Morton is about 5 seconds behind with that very odd issue at the beginning. Oh, someone's just booted a cone into orbit. There's Nick Bailey fending off Mark Holmes for 8th position. Mark thinking about an inside manoeuvre, but doesn't commit to it. Bit sideways there from the scuzzle. And a time penalty. 4 seconds time penalty for Gary Cooper. That's going to hurt. That is really going to hurt. Up front, though, Brendan has broken free of Jameson. So has Jameson got damage? And what is this cameraman doing? He's not looked in the right position all day long. So Jameson is lost the back of Brendan Van Heeden. Jake Mays is right in there with Miles Dixon, Gary Cooper and Roy Grassi getting involved now. So the top 7 separated by less than 4 seconds. Gillone's going to have a lot of work to do. Brendan Van Heeden's proven himself. Well, he's won races in this series when his bad luck hasn't befallen him. And Jameson is really falling into the clutches of that chasing pack right behind him. There, at the top of the shot is Nick Bailey and Mark Holmes with Jay Daniels in hot position. Well, actually, pretty much everybody down to 14th behind Nick Bailey in 8th. Brendan on the back of Gillone. Jameson with a lot of company right behind. No sign of the rain at the moment. Here comes Grassi on the back of Gary Cooper. Oh, he's made the switch back. Gary's gone way too deep into Vale. On the outside, coming through 17 and then into club. Roy Grassi takes 6th. That's a beautiful move from the newcomer. That's a lovely, lovely move indeed. And further up the road, Miles Dixon is hassling Jake Mays for 4th place as they bounce through Abbey. Oh, Dixon! Can he slow that one down? Outside manoeuvre coming through Village. Oh, what a move for the 52! What a move indeed. That's Miles Dixon. He's on fire tonight. What a great effort there. He's now on the back of Jameson. You see at the top of the shot, Brendan Van Heeden on the back of Andrew Gillone, but there's about 4 tenths, half a second between him. So he's not going to be making an immediate move just yet. But in the background, oh, never mind about that. Does Mays thinking about an inside manoeuvre, retaking that 4th position from Dixon. Dixon lets that one go. He knows that that move is done. But they're now side by side coming down towards Vale. Dixon on the outside. Mays on the inside. Oh, is he going to try and hold on to it? Bit of a nudge. That forces both of them off the road. And Grassi's going to probably pick up. No, not quite. I wonder whether Dixon had to give that back. Cooper's got a great ringside seat for what's going on ahead of him, but that's allowed Alex Jameson some much needed breathing space to start to chase off after the top 3. There he is. with certainly the fastest lap of the previous. With that 108.1. Well, that's the fastest lap of the race. I'm not entirely certain, but it probably is. He's now going to chase off after Van Heeden and Gillone, who are much closer together this time around. Checking in with our AM leader, or AM points leader. They're actually together once again. Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan with Matt Webb right in short order. Oh my goodness, Mark Holmes has just lost a spot to Jay Daniels. Lots of penalties on the board. From 4th to 8th with a penalty on. So that's going to really shuffle things up. We knew, I think Gary Cooper was one of, if not the first, to get a penalty on the board. Let's have a quick look at what they are. 1 for Grassi, 4 for Dixon, 2 for Mays, 4 for Cooper, 4 for Bailey, 4 for Holmes, 1 for Rhodes, 1 for Callahan, and 1 for Bent. Look at the lead battle, though, as it continues to rage on. Andrew Gillone fending off Brendan Van Heeden. There in the background is Jameson. Oh, as Dixon has just made a move on. Oh, well, there's lots of fighting going on here. That's the bumper count. That wasn't the one I was aiming for. I was aiming for that one. We go on board with Gary Cooper. Oh, that's Jake Mays, who's now down to 6th position. Dixon 4th. Grassi 5. Mays 6th. Gary Cooper 7th. A good 7 seconds between themselves and Nick Bailey in 8th place as Dixon shapes up a move on the inside of Stowe, and he's got him. Miles Dixon. No, beg your pardon. There was Grassi trying the move and Dixon defends it. Lots of scrapping going on here for 4th. Unbelievable fight going on. That's the top 7 in that shot. As Gillone continues to press on and keep Brendan Van Heeden behind. Doesn't look like... Again, Jameson was... Oh no! Brendan is slowing! Not again! Not again! He's pulled off the road! Oh my goodness me! Brendan Van Heeden is out! He is gone! I don't believe it! What happened there? It had to be some kind of technical problem, as he didn't hit the back of Gillone, who now has got 2 seconds over Jameson. Well, everybody bar Gillone, of course, gaining a position as a result of it, as Mays now finds himself at the back of this particular pack. It's got the roof cam, so it eases the track. Oh, we'll go on board, why not? As Dixon really heavily defending from Cooper, as Grassi now up into the podium spots with the loss of Brendan. Fantastic racing there. Oh, is Mays going to try and shape up a move on Gary Cooper? Here he goes. Ooh, that looked very, very close and put Jake Mays very sideways going through Abbey, but Gary Cooper was the one in front. That's the battle for what is now 7th place. Nick Bailey and Carl Benson. Scuzzle versus rank dropper. Carl thinking about an inside manoeuvre. That's deep. That's very deep, but does manage to get it slowed down. Nicely done. Carl Benson now up into 7th position, but Nick Bailey's not going to let that go at all. Jay Daniels now up to 10th position. At last he's managed to sort out whatever it is, but causing him to lag. McRae Williams and Aaron Large in 11th and 12th. Mark Holmes with Colin Dunn, Matt Webb and Chris Callahan in short order. There they are. Another 10 seconds further back. There's Alex Rose. He will want tonight to end pretty quickly. Kev Straw fending off Adam Bent. And sadly Sean Morton looks like he's having more trouble. Very, very cautious through. They cut through that. As the AM Championship battle is not particularly hot at the moment. 3 seconds between the main contenders of Colin Dunn and Chris Callahan. Let's keep an eye on this still raging, intense battle for what is now 3rd place. As Gillone and Jameson just run off into the distance. So Dixon knocking on the door of the podium finish. Oh, Adam Bent. Oh no! And immense in trouble. He's off into the dust. And he is gone. We've lost another. And Matt Webb had a great fight with Colin Dunn and Mark Holmes for 13th place. There's Callahan. So he's still involved in that particular scrap. So Cooper's starting to fall off the... Oh, a little bit deep going into Vale. He's beginning to fall off the back of Jake Mays a little bit. Has the penalty count changed? Oh, yeah, it has. 7 seconds for Miles Dixon. Goodness me. 36 seconds for Rhodes and 30 for Kev Straw. I think they might be appealed. So people... well, I mean, you need to push this track hard to get the best out of it anyway, but with only 3 minutes to go, it's unlikely we're going to get any rain. So that'll be something the drivers at least will be happy about. The top two are just gone. Well, there they are. Gillone and Jameson. Only a couple of laps to go. It's going to take a mistake from Andrew Gillone to not bring home the silverware for this final round. And there is Grassi. Great way to introduce yourself. Jake Mays thinking about an inside manoeuvre on Miles Dixon. Doesn't quite commit to it though. He is really hounding the Renault driver. And again, Mays thought about it, but great defensive work from Miles Dixon to keep the yellow BMW at bay. There's Jake doing a great job of keeping the pressure on. Gary Cooper a couple of seconds back now. 2 minutes remain. And wow, Jameson lost 2 seconds to Andrew Gillone that time around. So Andrew Gillone, I would say he can afford to back off a little bit, but he won't. And unfortunately, if you back off, it does invite the mistake to happen. Let's check in with battles further down the field. Toby Owen has actually caught the back of Nick Bailey and Carl Benson. We saw those two swap around for 7th earlier on, and now Toby Owen's looking to get involved. Wow, Nick Bailey's... Well, his lap time's 13. I bet he's added more to his penalty count. Where are you, Mr. Bailey? Yeah, you have. You're up to 7 seconds now. There's Jay Daniels, pretty much on his own. In 10th position, further back. Oh, that's Matt Webb on the back of Colin Dunn. Again, that is for... It's not quite top honours in the AMS. Who is that? Is that McRae? Oh, it is McRae, but... sorry, Mark is who I meant to say. Mark's still holding the lead in the AMS. Oh, is Alex Jameson beginning to close in on Andrew Gillone? Might there be a fight for the top spot? Well, not if you're going to go into the corner that sideways. Oh, that final podium spot battle is still raging on. Very, very close indeed between them. And Gary Cooper really has fallen off the back of this fight, but Jake May still wants to keep it live. Whoa! I thought that was going to get a little bit messy coming into Stowe there. It's going to be close as to when the checkered flag falls. There goes Gillone. No, he'll beat the flag from there. Final lap. Andrew Gillone has definitely lost quite a bit of time. Well, he's only actually lost 0.3 per second on that lap. And he can't afford to let up anymore. If anyone's going to pounce on an advantage like that, it's Jameson. But still, this three-way battle for the final podium spot rages on. Roy Grassi has it. Miles Dixon wants it. Jake Mays has already had it tonight. He had the win in the very, very rain-soaked opening round of tonight's races. Again, further back, there is Benson, Bailey, and Owen. And that's scrap for 7th. An almighty great cavalcade here, which is McRae Williams, Aaron Large, Mark Holmes, Colin Dunn, and Matt Webb that we're on board with. Chris Callahan is 3.5 seconds behind this particular battle. Oh, steady. Matt Webb really looking to do something about it. But, oh, Alex Jameson's actually given himself a penalty as well. But your winner of the final race of the night It is the BMW of Andrew Gellone. Flash of the light, you should be happy about that. Alex Jameson crosses the line in second position. Here comes Roy Grassi. Now the penalties are going to shuffle this lot around. Miles Dixon 4, Jake Mays is elevated to 4th. Miles Dixon 5, Gary Cooper comes home in 6th position. Here comes Carl Benson. Nick Bailey and Toby Owen. How's this going to shake up? Let's see. That's Nick Bailey down 1. That's the only shuffling he's gone on. Here comes Jay Daniels. Over the line in 10th place. Does that change? No, it doesn't. So Nick Bailey only lost 1 position due to penalties. Here comes McRae Williams 11. And that's... here we go. They all get shuffled around. So Aaron Large is 11th. McRae Williams 12th. Colin Dunn in 13th. Matt Webb 14th. Mark Holmes 15th. Chris Callahan is 16th position. That surely is going to give the AM title to Colin Dunn, but we'll wait for the points to be done on that one. Alex Rose 17. Kev Straw 18. And, well, Sean Morton did have someone to fight with towards the end after that very odd start line issue. And that is it. That is an incredible finish to an incredible season. There it is. So Andrew Gillone, Alex Jameson, Roy Grassi taking the top 3. Then Jake Mays 4, Miles Dixon 5, Gary Cooper 6, Carl Benson 7, Toby Owen 8, Nick Bailey 9, Jay Daniels rounding out the top 10. Aaron Large 11, McRae Williams 12th, Colin Dunn in 13th, Matt Webb 14, Mark Holmes 15, Chris Callahan 16th, Sean Morton 17th, Kev Straw 18, Alex Rose 19, Adam Bent we lost early on, and 3 for 3, I can't believe it, for Brendan Van Heeden. Holy moly. Thank you, Adrian Wheeler, for your very kind comment there. I did see it, but didn't have a chance to comment on it. My goodness. What a way to end this season out. It has been an absolute amazing show from our drivers. And thank you very much to Toby Owen for being the organiser of this entire event, this entire season. It has been pretty epic, I'm sure you will agree. Right, the music is on. The engines are still going, but there's of course no more racing to be had in this season. It's a bit of a shame. But the 1st of November is when the next season will kick off. So a little time to wait, but in that time, if you wish to get involved, head over to Facebook, find the VTCC group, the Virtual Touring Car Cup, make your name known, state your claim to another position. I was hoping people would come and join me, and what a pair of people to come and join me in the box. It's our AM warring tribes, I should say. The 2 tribes have been at war all season long. Let us have a chat first of all with Chris Callahan.
Hello.
My goodness me, it always seemed to be that you were the chaser for a lot of the season, but my God, did you have a lot of moments of your own. How are you feeling?
Midweek and the practicing went far better than that. Even practicing against the AI, hopefully I was quick, but race 1 sort of ruined it for me, and I sort of didn't really pick me attitude up after that, really, which is a shame. But yeah, congratulations to Colin. I'm fairly sure he's won it. I didn't get close to him this round at all, so yeah. Shame, but quite enough from me.
Is Silverstone just one of those tracks that doesn't work for you, or was it just a bad day in the office?
I've always struggled with turn 1 unless it's a Formula 1 car. You just turn in and away you go. But yeah, I think every lap was different in every race, every session, so something I've got to work on for the future.
Well, the weather was different in every race, which didn't help you, in fairness. Coming into the season, did you have any kind of inclination on where you were going to be? Of course, it was very new for vast majority of people concerned, but what were your thoughts coming into the series?
I was quite nervous because I've never done anything like this before. First time I've had a wheel, not that that makes much difference, but from playing on pad for years, going to a wheel was quite different. I think I even said to Toby on Facebook, like, oh, I'm going to be at the back. You know I'm going to be at the back, don't you? And he's like, no, there's different abilities. I'm like, yeah, but there's real life racing drivers and stuff in this. He goes, no, sim rate, you'll be fine. And yeah, I should have listened to him because it's come out alright. And if it is second place, then fair enough. I'm still happy with that.
That's not a bad way to start, is it?
Yeah. So.
But I mean, roughly thinking, I think you are correct. I don't know the exact points position, but I do believe you are correct in your assessment there, Chris. But will you be coming back for season 2?
I'd love to, yeah. And I may even try the Beamer, but not sure yet. I quite like my front wheel drive. So we'll see.
Fair play, and we would love to have you on board.
Thank you.
Great effort. Thank you very much for joining me in the box, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much, Chris Callahan.
Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
And Mr. Fishwick himself is with us. Hello to you, Colin Dunn.
Hello, Chris.
Well, you were, for a lot of the season, really making a lot of the pro drivers have to think about what they were doing. You were having a lot of fun out there, it would seem.
I had an awful lot of fun tonight, especially that final race with Mark and Matt Webb. Such a great close race.
What happened to you in race 2?
Disconnection.
So it wasn't an incident, it was just a case of the internet wanted to sit down and have a rest.
Yeah. Yeah, first one I've had whilst I've been in this house. Really annoying, but hopefully I've done enough in the other 2 races to pip Chris to the points today.
I would imagine so, but we will await for confirmation of that. Oh my goodness, you certainly gave me a lot of screaming to do, which is not a criticism in the slightest. But again, what was your confidence level like coming into the series?
Somewhat similar to Chris. The first of anything like this that I've done before was the CR UK Interclub series. So I came into this, as an AM, just expecting to poodle around towards the back of the midfield, and then to find myself battling at the back of the top 10 quite regularly was a bit of a surprise. And especially when in the real world I'm a front wheel drive specialist, not a rear wheel drive specialist.
Wow, so you really did stack the odds against you, but what a performance you put on.
Thanks very much. Yeah, really tried hard to just keep clean. It showed from the first couple of meetings that we had that staying out was going to make a big difference to your results over the season. So lots of backing out of the first couple of laps, letting people no accidents.
Well, did that pay off for you? Amazing stuff. And will you be joining us for season 2?
I think I will be. Yeah, definitely want to.
Wonderful.
I've had a lot of fun doing this series. I would recommend anyone else to come and join us.
Completely. Absolutely. It's certainly something we've mentioned a few times, but it is open to any and all, experience or not. It is open to anybody. As long as you have Project Cars 2 on the PC, head over to the Facebook group and make your intention known. But congratulations. Well done, Mr. Fishwick. And we hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Colin Dunn.
Thank you very much.
All right, I do believe that is going to be it, as the other drivers have not come to join me, which is absolutely fine. So that leaves me to thank you, lovely people that have been live with us throughout the stream. A great pleasure to have you on board. Thank you very much to those that have watched afterwards. Always a great pleasure to have your company, live or not. Thank you very much to Toby Owen for being the spearhead of the VTCC. It's been my great pleasure to commentate the series. It's a shame it's over, but it will be back on the 1st of November, as previously mentioned. We hope you will join us then. So for the next few weeks, there won't be anything in this particular slot, which will be a bit of a shame, but it shall be back bigger and better than ever. Thank you very much, and we will see you all next time. Thank you very much, and good night!